we had last night. Just amazing. It's 12 degrees at the moment. I thought I'd come around the back and see what came in last night. I wasn't sure how much, but I look up top there, and I can see that it's closed. So that means that that's full of sap. So I'm not sure how much sap. You can hear the motor for the pump here. I'm not sure how much sap came in here, but obviously enough to pump up. We'll just take a quick look at the lines and see if anything's happening at the lines. I think some stuff is happening there. Yeah. Yep. And maybe here. So sap's coming in, so I'm not sure how long a day it'll be. Yesterday was just an absolute incredible day with the thunderstorm. And we have never had a grade go back as far as it did yesterday. Phil took the digital reader in the morning, and it was 79, I think it was, which means that 79% of the light got through, and that's a golden. That's the first grade of maple syrup. Then later on the day, Al and I were looking at the cylinder and thinking, my goodness, that looks very clear. And we were able to boil off a bucket of that eventually. And Phil took the grade again, and it was, what, 92. So that's just for us. That's unheard of, that difference in a grade, in a simple grade. Usually, I mean, very seldom, I don't know, does it go back, but it's certainly for us, we have never had it go back that far. So anyway, interesting day. Back in action, I think. I guess that's cheating a little, isn't it? Oh, that's not good. Well, that's going to fame out, famously. See if we can get this to work with my one match that's become two matches. Get a good flame going and put the air on, and everything should be good. Famous last words. Famous last words. Let's get some. Oh, anything helps. Gotta show you this. This is 9 o'clock, and it's an absolute gorgeous day. And you can see here, I believe you can see maybe soon sap coming through. And I guess I want to show you this, how beautiful it is, because this afternoon is supposed to be absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. It's supposed to tomorrow be in the minus. So I guess this is a calm. We'll get as much sap in as we can, boil it, see what happens for tomorrow. But it's kind of hard to believe that this is going to be that ugly soon. However, sap coming in. Pretty good. So very interesting. Again, in the morning, in about 2 hours, it's supposed to go down 5 degrees. And then 2 hours after that, it's supposed to go down another 4 degrees. The lines are just shooting sap in. It's almost as if the trees know something's happening, and they're getting the sap in as fast as they can. Remember, that pump facilitates the sap getting into the tank. It doesn't pull sap out of the tree. It just, once the tree drips a little bit, then we bring it in through the pump. But again, this is going to be very interesting. Notice this morning, a little while ago, that it was sunny, and now it's cloudy. But again, that's hard to believe. In 4 hours, there's going to be 9 degrees difference. So I wanted to do this now, so maybe we can come back in 4 hours and show the difference. Well, again, after an hour of boiling today, we took off a pail of syrup. So that was really good just after an hour, which means that the levels in the pans were a lot better than they had been in the previous time. So very happy with that. You can see the reflection of the airline lights. I'm just taking a quick look. If you take a look at the floors are very wet. So last night there was a huge thunderstorm. I think a lot of frost came out of the cement, and that's why the floors are wet. Again, sun's time now, but again, 4 hours it's supposed to be 9 degrees difference, which is 20 degrees Fahrenheit difference. So we're still okay with levels. The blue, when the blue turns red, I will, well, maybe about 4 or 5 blue lights left, I'll shoot up. A lot of sap coming in, but again, very happy. Again, what happens is that there are 4 channels. When you take sap out, or syrup out from the first channel, it's filled in with channels that are farther away, and they don't have the same, they're not cooked, they're not ready. So this has fallen back to 2 or 3, which is where it's supposed to go. Then it'll go back up to 7 and 8. With the atmospheric pressure, might take it off at 8 today, not 8.5. So what a change in 2 hours. It was 11 degrees. I bet you it's 5 degrees now in the wind chill. You can see how windy it is. The sap doesn't like wind. The lines, even if they're very secure, it just seems to drop. But along with the temperature, I mean the temperature is probably 6 or 5 degrees, and with the wind, it's closer to 1. So that's about a 20 degree Fahrenheit change, if you would like. All I know is I'm cold. I'm sticking by the fire pit while we burn. This boil. This tank is now full. Al was down below, and he shot all the stuff below, which was about 600 gallons. Maybe I think he said it was 5-6 full. So that'll fill up in here. Again, I'm looking forward to that, to knocking that up there. That's pretty exciting. But I'll wait until Al comes, just in case it's too exciting and I get underneath that. But anyway, a cold day all of a sudden. As I said earlier on today, was beautiful, and this is less beautiful, but it's still working, and we have to get this sap done. Change sides, so it takes a little while for the this side of the syrup to get going, the sap. So you can see it was well below 0 when I changed sides. Makes sense. Now we're up to maybe 2.5, 3. Now well on our way to 7. So this will be the first bucket from this side. Yesterday was 126 liters. That was a pretty good day for us. This is what, 900 trees, a little mom and pop enterprise. Good fun. Take care. It's funny, some days things just are very civilized. At the moment, we've poured off on the other side now. The syrup is coming off as it should. There's a lot of steam coming off here and so forth, and I realized a few seconds ago, I went, that's not steam, that's my breath. It's become that cold since this morning when it was 11, 12 degrees. So I'm, as I said, sticking by the fire, but again, everything is working very well. But every 25 minutes, we have another bucket. Al has to change the filters. Things are working well. That's the way it should be. Just drop some of that wood. Got a big lot of wood to go, and we'll probably have another 3 or 4 hours of boiling. Good day, cold day. Nothing tomorrow for sure, because nothing's coming in. We're just going to boil everything we have now. Good fire. Good fire. So again, these lights, the blue light indicates how much sap is up top in the tank, and the red shows we're not in trouble, but we've got 5 inches. If you take a look at this little gizmo here, it's actually quite neat. It tells you, I'm trying to say, it's got 5.1 inches and it's got a percentage which I can't see. We didn't have that before, and you know, I really sort of accept that. It's very helpful. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go outside into the tank that you see here, and I'm going to release the pressure. And I'm going to take the vacuum off, and then I'm going to come back in here, and I'm going to turn the pump off totally. Then I'm going to come back in here and turn the switch so that this black line takes sap up up to the tank. So you'll see what happens in a second. I'm going to turn this off. It'll make Alfred dizzy if he tries to edit edit this. Just a sec. What I've done is I'm going to show you. I'm going to lift this this off, and you're going to hear a noise. And that's the vacuum. That's from the vacuum. So I'm going to come back here. You never just turn the power off. You take some of the pressure off to make the pump a little easier on the pump. So I'm now going to do this. That means that the pump is totally off. You can hear. And I should be able to lift this off a little bit. And you can see I have some sap in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the lever. I'm going to open that lever down there. I'm going to come around and I'm going to turn on the pump that takes the sap from that tank up. And this is going to, you're going to see this move quite a bit. And as you can see, it's got all that sap in it now that it's going up to the tank up top. And what you're going to see is this blue line, this blue line is going to start going up to the red, and we'll fill it. Very good. You know, again, this day has gone quite nicely, even though it's cold. And I'm going through this door. There's an incredibly fresh breeze. I would call it a cold breeze. You can see my breath. I can't believe it. Even the squirrels have gone in. So Al's going to pour off. This is bucket number 7 today in the cold. It's now really snowing outside, rather than snowing inside, I guess. And from 11 degrees to probably minus. So this has been a good day. It's been a very civilized day with the syrup coming off as it should. And we may even get another bucket after that. You know, pretty cool. 7. Usually a bucket has 11 liters, so we're looking at 77 liters out. Certainly golden. Just had Al pour off the 7th bucket today. Looking outside, I see white, and that white is snow. And you know, this morning when I left from home, there were 2 robins on our lawn, and I thought, okay, that's pretty cool. And yesterday I saw a heron down by the water. We all hunkered down looking for some food, and I also saw a heron just down the street from us here. We have a heronry, and there's about 25 nests, and it's pretty cool when they all come back. Whoa, it's cold out there. But I saw one heron standing beside, way up the tree, right at the top. And you know, I often thought, I mean, how did they know whose nest? Like, they come back, again, 25 nests, and they're 50 birds, right? Well, I was here last year. Well, that's my nest. No, your nest is just is 2 trees down. Well, no, it got hurt in the wintertime. I'm building a nest here. Interesting if they have squabbles. I have to phone some university who knows about heron and see whether they do that. Anyway, it's a cold day, it's a fun day. Again, the sap, the syrup is behaving as it should. And I think if you take a look at the blue out there, we still have a fair amount of sap up top, and I have another tank full to put up. So it's fun. So we're back in here, a little bit of snow on the ground, a little bit of snow on there, you know. The only thing that's coming in here at the moment is a very cold wind. So I think we may turn this pump off. No sense wasting electricity. There's actually, I could say, sort of like a driving snowstorm out there. What a funny day. Ha ha. So we have some pretty big maple trees out there, as you can see. And you can also see the wind and the snow, which is horizontal to the ground. Cold, wow, just an amazing cold day. But what we have for those big trees is what we usually do is we put the buckets out. Now, here are the buckets. They're sitting here. We have usually put out about 20, 22 buckets. We have the lids. Certainly not going to put them out today. They'd blow away and there'd be nothing coming out. So we'll put them out maybe on the weekend. It's supposed to get warmer. Whiteout conditions. Again, I can't believe it. I started at 11 degrees and it's probably -4, and it's again snowing. Whiteout, amazing. Just did a tally of the sap we did today, and it was sap, the syrup we did right on 100 meters, and it was all golden. So this is down. That's great. Red line here means that there's no sap up top. That's fine. I put the fans down on here. You can see in here what we have. In here, and as I said, this is nothing like a vicious cyclone in there when you have both fans on there. So it's still pretty hot. I'm going to close this up a bit.